If you haven't figured it out yet, Elon Musk is the actual president, so Donald Trump can play president on TV.
But this is truly an historic first. A sitting United States president pacing the field for the great American race. He said he wanted to do a lap. He's going to do it. And are the drivers excited about this? Well, here's Clint Boyer's radio.
He's going to pace the field? Yep. Love it. Gosh, it's awesome.
That's Trump spending close to $5 million of your taxes to ride around a racetrack like a 12-year-old boy between cartoons and his first boner, all while Doge is taking away HIV medications for kids. And while Trump and Elon are sociopaths, which is essentially a person incapable of friends or empathy because it's all about him, that's not what this is all about.
We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
But the question is why? Why does Trump need Elon Musk? And maybe why does Elon Musk need Trump? I think I know, and I'll tell you in a second. But first, have you subscribed to our channel? It's easy, and it lets you know when my next video's out, and it also helps us grow by keeping you up to date on Diaper Donnie's latest moves. Well, maybe not all his moves. So Elon Musk is worth close to $650 billion, and Trump has been elected president. So what's with these two? I don't think it's love, and I don't think it's money. It's the love of money. Now, is Trump allowing Musk to appear to be in charge? Because that's what's happening. Like this, Musk tweeted contradictory statements, obviously without thought or understanding of how the First Amendment protects that very thing. And then Musk tweeted about this upcoming Hannity interview with Trump and Musk sitting side by side like high school lovers. And more to the point, look at what Musk is wearing. He's got his billionaire you wardrobe while Trump has a suit on. Why would Trump allow that? Allow Musk to be front and center. And it's not like the First Lady has always loved Elon.
Elon is not going to buy Twitter. Where did you hear that before? From me. From a fake account. She says fake. A lot of them. Nah, he's got himself a mess. You know, he said the other day, oh, I've never voted for a Republican. I said, I didn't know that. He told me he voted for me. So he's another bullshit artist.
Trump has attacked almost every ally, from John Kelly, a former chief of staff, to McConnell.
And you know what they say about men with small hands?
Vance, Rubio, Cruz, Mike Johnson, Millie Mattis, and the list goes on.
He's essentially pimping out our men and women in uniform to a foreign power who's the highest bidder and saying very blatantly and very directly, well, hey, look, they're paying us for them. He is unfit to be our commander-in-chief. And what he is doing is dishonoring the service and the sacrifice that every single one of these service members is doing for our country, and the service and sacrifice that their loved ones and their family members go through.
But none of them were ever allowed to usurp Pouty Winkle's spotlight until now. So why does Trump need him, and why does Musk need Trump? You're beginning to see it though, right? And it's starting to go wrong, and I'll tell you how. But first, remember this? Does this guy look like the kind of guy who would share the spotlight? I mean, he's mentally ill. You can see it, right?
There's a name for that. It's called sadism, which is defined by having pleasure from the suffering of others, from their pain or from their humiliation. And if you are the one causing that suffering, there's all the more pleasure in it. So the fact that Donald Trump is a sadist is completely consistent with everything else we know about him. And it's consistent with his being a psychopath. It's one of the kind of monstrous things about being a psychopath is that there's enjoyment at being vindictive, at destroying those who you think are your enemies. And if you're also paranoid as he is, then almost everybody is your enemy unless the person is worshiping you.
But let's go back. Do you remember the one thing that Trump kept promising but never happened?
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted. As soon as she releases them, I will release my tax returns.
So you've got to ask yourself, why won't he release his tax returns? And I think there may be a couple of reasons. First, maybe he's not as rich as he says he is. Second, maybe he's not as charitable as he claims to be. Third, we don't know all of his business dealings, but we have been told through investigative reporting that he owes about $650 million to Wall Street and foreign banks.
Well, there's something behind that. Trump never released his taxes because the truth is he's a financial mess.
And this guy's personal life is a total disaster.
Well, that too, but it's the money that is his undoing. Trump not only had 6 bankruptcies, including a casino, which is almost impossible to bankrupt unless you're skimming from it, and Trump has borrowed money from American banks, Deutsche Bank, and yes, Russians.
I remember very clearly what he said. He said, no, we don't need American banks. We have all the funding we need out of Russia.
And it's reported that he's in debt to the billions. So along comes Elon's billions, which propel him into the White House. And you don't think that gives Musk a right to call in those chips? But why would Musk need this kind of access to the wheels of government? Could he be in trouble too? The answer is a resounding yes.
So I'd like to start talking about independent inspector generals who are supposed to be looking into waste, fraud, and abuse. Mr. Talcove, do you know how many inspector generals at agencies that were investigating Elon Musk's companies have been fired by the Trump-Musk administration?
No.
It is 5. Ms. Royal, the inspector general at the Department of Labor had 17 open investigations into Tesla and SpaceX. Do you know what the Trump-Musk administration did to that inspector general?
No.
They fired him, and I think y'all know. Mr. Whitson, the inspector general at the Department of Transportation was investigating Tesla. Do you know what the Trump-Musk administration did to that inspector general?
No.
They were fired. The Department of Defense's inspector general was looking into SpaceX. Mr. Hedler, do you know what the Trump-Musk administration did to that inspector general?
I believe he was fired.
Thank you. I think everybody on the panel knows what the answer to these questions were.
Musk is the very reason why the Supreme Court's decision in Citizens United is perilous but logical if you see who's behind it. Citizens United allowed unlimited dark money to be thrown into politics because the justices viewed it as speech. But that means the richer you are, the louder your voice. And as you just heard, Musk is in trouble. So he bought himself a seat at the table, and Trump has no choice but to sit down and listen. Trump knows what this looks like because it's exactly as it appears. Musk and his billions can primary members of Congress who will then belong to Musk. And while Trump has 77 million MAGA members who don't seem to like Musk, Musk has 650 billion members in his party, and apparently the First Lady as well.
Well, he is a dick.
Damn right.
I'm as mad as hell. That's a good one.
Whether the women like it or not.
Suck my fat one.
And this guy's personal life is a total disaster.
Trust me.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.